Okay. Um, these prices are insane right now. Okay. So, I'm just here to give everyone looking in the GPU market an update as to the prices. They are insane right now. Specifically for the AMD department, not so much for the Nvidia. Um, I'm gonna take you through the prices of the AMD GPUs first. 6950 XT, 6900 XT, 6800 XT, 6800, 6700 XT, 6700, 6600 XT, and 6600. You can already see that this is insane. This is not a bad card. It's really good mid-end. For what its MSRP is $329. That's about $120 under MSRP. What's even more insane? 6950 XT. This is the best cooled one I've heard. It's also cool as hell. The sagging department might be an issue, but you can easily fix that with even just makeshift things that you just stick under it, which won't affect cooling at all. And it's an $1,100 card. $1,100. This is $300 under MSRP right now. 300. 300. Never seen before. And this isn't even on like eBay where you could probably find even cheaper cards, but that's for me personally is a fine line, because if you get scammed, you're never getting that money back, or no, that's a lie. What's even cooler is I think personally the best card here is this one, and that's still really good, very good for that price. The coolest looking card, the best cooling, best anti-sag. It's a triple slot for under MSRP for about $100, $150. You should be grabbing these up. This is about equivalent to a... I'd even go as far to say it's almost equivalent to a 3090 Ti. I've seen they've traded blows and benchmarks. 6900 XT, probably 3090. 670. This is probably a little more powerful than 3070 Ti, not as powerful as a 3080. 549. This is the card I have right here. I bought it for about this much. 6800, probably 3070 base. This is 3070 Ti. I said 3070. 3070 base. Competitive prices easily. Right here, 6700 XT, probably equivalent to a... Probably still closer to a 3070. This is 3060 Ti. This is 3060 Ti. And this is a 3060. Look at those prices. And I'm going to bring over the Nvidia prices now to compare. 3090 Ti. That's about at its MSRP, but the 6950 for being an $1,100 card at $800, you get that card for $600 less than this card right now. That's practically equivalent to it. 3090, that's still more expensive than the 6950 XT. This is 3080 Ti's. The price has not changed. If you are looking in the market of NVIDIA GPUs instead of AMD right now, that's fine. You all have our preferences. I say go for a 3090 right now. Honestly, not if you're trying to look for a 3080 Ti, it's not worth it. Same price. 3080 12GB low hash rate. Low hash rate means nothing except for miners. So, Bitcoin miners. Okay. $759. From what I recall, that's more expensive. Yeah, that is definitely more. $549 6800 XT. Closer to this card. No, it's like in between 3070 Ti. 10GB low hash rate. Not bad, but still more expensive than the card that is actually faster in this one, 6800 XT. That 2 gigabytes actually makes quite a bit of difference between the two. 3070 Ti. I forgot which cards that was closer to right now, but 6800 XT is cheaper than it and more powerful. $549 compared to that. For these cards, 6950 XT. Just go for it. 3070 more expensive than the 3070 Ti. If you're looking for a 3070, go for a 3070 Ti right now, please. I seriously recommend it. I don't even know what this card looks like. It's not a bad card. It's not the worst. It's very usable. Um 3060 Ti. Oh my god, the pricing for mid-range now. Don't grab these. Don't even, what? 300, that's over its MSRP of, I think, 329, if I recall. RTX 3060 MSRP. Yep. Same MSRP. Higher than its MSRP right now. Why? Why? It has no reason to be over its MSRP right now. The prices recently, we've all known this, have been insane for just how good of a deal they are. And just so you know, the hype of the 4090s is not worth it. Don't grab these cards. The cheapest 4090 right now is $2,000. You may have, if you already have this card, congrats. Very expensive card. Very hard to get rid of. I don't like the cards personally, so I would get rid of it. But very hard to get a hold of. Even just a gigabyte one. It's not a bad looking card, but the best card, I would say personally, it's either the Founders Edition, which is $400 more, and the MSI one, because it's a triple bracket. It's gonna have good support. Look at that too. It's touching the bracket, and the reinforcement is all across there. That won't sag nearly as much as the atrocity that is the ROG Strix. Oh my god, this card is huge. 358 millimeters. Do I have to say any more? That's... Why would you buy that? Just for a reference. This is probably the smallest 4090 besides the liquid cooled ones, which are probably like $3,000 right now. 304 millimeters. I could fit that in my system. My system is a 324 millimeter card, and I'm using a Fractal Design Meshify C, not the Meshify 2 Compact, the Meshify C. Very mid case compared to the cases that we have now, but oh my god, the cards have gotten way too big. I don't like that APS 12 volt cable either. That's so sketchy. If you want an APS 12 volt cable, please, please, please get an 850 to 1000 watt power supply and buy the compatible, make sure to do this, compatible cables from Cable Mod. You can find Cable Mod just by searching Cable Mod up. These cables are insane. And you want to go here. And you want to find the power supply, the exact model. For example, I have an MSI A850 GF MPG. It uses the same ones as the Corsair RMX series, which are somewhere, but I don't know. Here. These are the cables for it. Always get the compatible cables. Don't try to lowball it. It will fry your system. I assure you. $3,000, by the way. Oh my god. I don't know if any of these are liquid cooled. It'd probably be tied to the millimeters. Biggest card, I think, is the ROG Strix at 358 millimeters. Gigabyte Aorus Master also hits that. That is insane. I know they need big coolers, but they don't have to be that big. These are an amazing deal right now. If you need a graphics card, don't pass this up. They're not that bad, I assure you. You can look at all the benchmarks on YouTube. Just because most people hate these cards with a passion doesn't mean you should overlook them. They are genuinely extremely good cards. Just because these have 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 and not 24 of GDDR6X doesn't mean they're bad cards. 256 megabyte bus, I'm pretty sure. Memory bus. I don't know if they would even show it here. Yeah, I don't think so. The TDP of these things is a hell of a lot lower than, say, a 3090. If you had a lot of money, but you don't want to spend over $1,000, or yeah, a little over $1,000, not including tax, get this card. Very good card. I recommend it. Sapphire is probably the best company you can go for this. If you want value from money, ASRock and FXX. Power Cooler has the second best cooling. Sapphire has the best cooling. And Sapphire Toxic has the single best cooling. 360mm AIO on a card with a fan. So it's a hybrid. Very good. Please pick these up. They're such a good deal right now. Insane. If I wouldn't have bought my 6800 XT, I would have a 6950 XT right now. I could sell my 6800 XT and my 6600. I have a lot of things to sell right now, so I could honestly buy this car if I wanted to, but I'd rather have a functional PC and I have a 5800X, so I'm not gonna create an even larger bottleneck. But if you plan on upgrading your PC a lot more, out of just like a 3600X or 3800X, 3900X is actually probably fine. 5600, 5800, go for these cards, and then get a. I think I'm almost 100% sure that the 5800X 3D, which is a better than the 5950 XT for gaming, for rendering and stuff. No, it's not as good as it. For gaming, it's probably the best CPU on the 5th gen. 5950 549 compared to 329. Very worth it. A little under a 5900X, and X more powerful than them in gaming. That is the strict point. If you are making a gaming system, not a recording system, get the CPU. If you are making a recording system, get a 5900X. I don't think the 5950 is worth it. If you are not an AMD person, very good value for this right now. Lots of cores, but that's not entirely important. But yeah, I digress. Such a good deal. Grab these cards. I recommend it 100%.